So we're going to be going through the dumbbell one arm row with a bench support. So Nereus is going to put one leg on top of the bench, but notice he's still got his foot off of the bench. It's just from his shin towards his knee. He's then going to place the same arm coming down onto the bench. Okay, so it's roughly got his hand in line with his shoulder and his knee is roughly in line with the hip over here. Now, we've got the dumbbell on the floor, so sometimes we can position the dumbbell just on the bench initially, and then that way we don't need to reach all the way down to grab the dumbbell. Okay, so from this position, he's going to take a big deep breath. He's very stable with his foot pushing into the floor. Okay, he's then going to take a big breath, squeeze up the stomach, squeeze the shoulder blades together. He's going to maintain a little bend in his elbow whilst he's then lifting via bringing his elbow up towards the ceiling, that dumbbell towards his body, and then going back down to the starting position. So he's trying to maintain his position, so he's not tilting his hips over to one side, he's not leaning his entire body over to one side. He's trying to keep everything stable, so no rotating or anything like that. He's keeping his back completely still as he's lifting his arm up and down. And notice how his head is still in a neutral position going down towards his spine, so he's not dropping his head down, that's it, and he's not trying to stare at his pretty face in the mirror or anything like that, okay, as pretty as he may be. So he's trying to keep also that neutral wrist position as well, so when he's lifting the weight up, he's not trying to curl the wrist at all, and he's just squeezing up the back the whole time, okay? We don't want to flare the elbow out to the side so much. There's a little bit of a variation, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to be keeping the elbow relatively close towards the body. And we're just bringing the dumbbell, you'll see, is kind of getting very close to the hip bone and the side of the stomach here. And the top part of the dumbbell is kind of coming up to the chest. But notice at the top, he's almost got like a right angle position. Depending on your range of motion, you can maybe have your leg to come a little bit further back behind you. So take this step a little bit further back. And then you can actually get the dumbbell a little bit further back as well. And that can sometimes get a little bit of a different area of the lats being active there, as opposed to just more the upper part, middle part here. Okay, and then that's the one arm row.